season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Brady. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. John Ross, touchdown number 22 of the season. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake. Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got 1st and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go ahead and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. He'll decide to keep this once more. Hunt will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Throwing on second and long. Brady going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And taken at the 46. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Herbert off of play action.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida, finding room to the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big game that time for the Chargers.
Now that's the kind of run that fires up an entire team. Tackled at the 2-yard line. For the defensive guys, a little bit of a sigh of relief, though, that they stopped him short of the goal line. Now they got to figure out how to shore up the rest of the defense.
Herbert. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Kwity Paye racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Second down and goal. Herbert. Forced out to his left. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Matt Breida hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a play fake. Brady. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On play action, it's Brady. Escaping the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On play action, now Brady. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
And I think they'd be well-served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Brady going to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Joey Bosa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Play action. Now it's Brady. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Gano the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Herbert. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. O.J. Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Brady. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Brady. And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now is Brady.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady, he'll buy some time right. Going deep downfield for Ross. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
On first down, here's Breida.
45 yards on the ground for him so far.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. A shotgun snap for Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. They'll roll him out right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 5.
Herbert now. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, Brady. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. The final shot before half for Brady. Going deep downfield for Ross.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Reed.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. The Charger drive about to get going. Breida to get the third quarter started. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And his pass incomplete.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area and he just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Rolling to his right. Slings this deep for McLaurin. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes, but how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Brady to throw. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Brady. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play there on the catch and run.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. He'll wind up losing 10 there, a full 10 yards, so that one hurts. And it brings up 3rd and goal. Brady now to throw. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 29. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, this offense, yeah, they keep wanting more, but they kind of got to be careful here, CD. I mean, we're still in the 3rd quarter. This game isn't over yet.
I would agree with you there because while they've had all kinds of success and hit on some deep balls like this, The one thing they can't do is start to get loose with the football. A lot of time left, as you mentioned, and if they keep turning it over, they'll bring them back into the game.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Open man, completes it to Claypool.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Chase Claypool.
His 17th touchdown now on the season. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On the handoff, this is Breida. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd and 2, Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Matt Breida with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Now Brady to try again after the pick 6. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Kwity Paye, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Play action. It's Herbert. is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The Chargers on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be third and forever. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 46.
So it's third and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Brady. That finds Smith-Schuster. Nice grab. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Brady now on 1st down. Flush to his right. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gano the extra point. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical. But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now it's Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, to me, there is no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Matt Breida there to make the grab. And the Chargers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to...
And my goodness, another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady, and he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He'll drop this off to Ricard. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
On play action, it's Brady. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. From the gun, it's Brady. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now Brady got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chargers, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The line to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take a sin. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God that in his heart he found forgiveness for me.